The State Department has released a batch of documents from Hillary Clinton's time as Secretary of State. However, with vast amount of them heavily redacted, the moves only fired the controversy further. RT's Caleb Maupin investigates.
For well over a year, Hillary Clinton has been at the center of a scandal involving her emails. Now the U.S. State Department has stepped forward and released the documents regarding its investigation of Hillary Clinton and her use of a private server for classified government emails. Now, just like the 28 pages from the 9/11 Commission report and the report on civilians killed by drones, the report and the documents were released on a Friday, just before the weekend, very quietly. A strange practice for an administration that claims to be the most transparent in U.S. history.
We have put in place the toughest ethics laws and toughest transparency rules of any administration in history.
Independent watchdog group took a look and said this has been the most transparent government, most transparent administration that we have seen in a very, very long time, perhaps in the modern era.
Now, the documents were released on Friday, and we spent the weekend carefully going through them. What did we find out? Well, nothing. It turns out a lot of the contents was redacted or blacked out by State Department officials and is not available to the public at this time. Now, what was there was a little bit interesting. For example, in 2011, Hillary Clinton had a conference call with the Turkish foreign minister. Now, what was said in this conference call? We have no way of knowing. It was all redacted. It was all blacked out. The same goes for a conversation that Hillary Clinton had with the King of Saudi Arabia. Now, interestingly, there was an email in which Huma Abedini, Hillary Clinton's aide, urged Clinton not to use her private email, but rather she urged Hillary Clinton to use a government email. Now, the reason for it wasn't security, though. It was because too many messages were ending up in Hillary Clinton's spam folder. I'm joined by legal and media analyst Lionel. Now, Lionel, tell me, the Obama administration claims it's the most transparent administration in U.S. history. So why so many redactions in these documents?
Because they're not the most transparent. And I don't want to, I don't know how to break it to the government, but when you release a document with nothing that is able to be read, that is illegible through a series of blacked out lines, that is not the release of anything. It's become a joke. My next question is, where are the mainstream media to refute that? Why are we talking about this? Why is there no outrage on the part of the average American citizen?
Well, it seems to me like a lot of what was redacted was related to interactions with foreign leaders. Like, one of the things was this conversation she had with the Turkish foreign minister. One of the other things was this conversation she had with the Saudis, a kind of a proposal or an offer she had made to the king. What do you suppose is going on they don't want us to know about?
Well, how can you tell what it is when it's been redacted?
Sure.
And though I can't verify this, I believe there could very well be an automatic let's get people used to the notion of redacted without even looking and actually considering what statements were made. Is this sensitive at all? Or let's just cause this behavior to be cemented by saying, no, you're not entitled to this. And that's the end of it. And say national security.
For over a year, we've been hearing about Hillary Clinton's emails and the shady practices revealed therein. This new, highly redacted stack of papers recently released by the U.S. State Department isn't going to make the controversy go away. Caleb Maupin, RT, New York.